So I can see that we're sending data to Glocker Realty and Insurance. Matt Kennedy at Glocker Realty, Real Estate or Realty. He's got like 95 pending
He
Facebook
needs to
requests.
definitely let those people in.
Yeah.
They're knocking down the door and he's not answering.
He's not answering.
Yeah.
And I actually saw that some of them are like clients.
Really?
Like, yeah, because I have to go through his account in order to get onto the Glocker Realty account. So I saw it.
Yeah.
And I saw some of the friend requests, like one of the friend requests is from some clients that I have.
I think I might have one of those friend requests in
Yeah,
there.
from the folks some of the folks from Fine Solutions Properties.
So anybody that put in a friend request to Matt Kennedy, he's not shading you or anything. He's just merely not going on Facebook.
He needs to get with the times.
Yeah. He'll get him.
He'll
He'll get
catch
him
up.
in. Yeah, he'll catch up.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're live now. This is the cast at Glocker. I'm Matt Green. At
I'm
Glocker
Jeff
Real
Frederick
Estate.
at Glocker Real Estate.
And then we have
Matt Petrauskas from Diakon Lutheran Social Ministries.
And what exactly is that?
Diakon?
Yeah.
So Diakon, we're a faith-based nonprofit organization. Diakon actually comes from an old Greek word, diakonos, which translates to service or servant. And basically, Diakon serves people of all ages. So
Okay.
Diakon has senior living services side to it, which talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
And also, Diakon offers child, family, and community services. They do a lot of adoption services. We have community outreach, a lot of counseling services. We actually have a wilderness center in Boiling Springs, which is
Okay.
kind of in central Pennsylvania. And they help a lot of at-risk youth.
So are you just throughout Pennsylvania, or are you nationwide?
Mostly into Pennsylvania. We do go down into Maryland a little bit.
Okay.
We have a couple different different portions of Diakon that stretch out a little bit, but mainly in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're a facility that helps seniors with all forms of life. I mean, not just living, but like, what are the other services?
Yeah, so the other side of it is the senior living services. So senior living services offers many different services to seniors,
Okay.
basically. I've been with Diakon since for about a little over 6 years now. Diakon has 8 retirement communities.
Okay.
7 in Pennsylvania and 1 in Hagerstown, Maryland. So the closest to here are the Lutheran Home at Topton and Manatawny Manor in Pottstown.
Okay.
And then also similarly close is Luther Crest in Allentown. But we go out all the way into the Harrisburg area, like I said, all the way down into Hagerstown, Maryland, up near State College, Lewisburg. So we stretch out. And basically the communities that we have are what you call continuing care retirement communities. So it's basically for seniors at any stage in their life, offering either independent living, personal care, assisted living, or nursing care.
Okay. And so, Matt, you are the director of sales training. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
sales training and support.
Okay. All right. So what does that entail?
So I support our sales staff throughout Diakon. We have sales staff that work for the different disciplines. So like I said, the majority of the communities we have independent living, personal care, assisted living, and nursing care. And I support the sales staff in just really anything they need. I started out working at Diakon at Luther Crest in Allentown, spread out into the Lutheran Home at Topton. So I still work with both of those, but I also help, like I said, support the sales staff just with any needs that they have, help with marketing and sales operations and things like that.
So what is there is a age restriction, I assume?
Yeah, I mean, typically when you move into a retirement community, for independent living, you typically have to be at least 55.
Okay.
I mean, you see a lot of 55 plus communities out there that aren't necessarily retirement communities, but, housing communities and things like that. But for the most part, you need to be at least 55,
Okay.
to move into these communities. So
I'm just planning my future out. That's all I'm doing here.
it's got, 2 years?
Yeah.
wow.
7 big years.
Oh.
7 big years.
I'm just kidding.
My son says as soon as I turn 50, I'm old.
Is that
You're
when
old?
you're
Yeah.
officially old?
Yep, that's what he said. So I'm good right
Your
now,
kids are
but I
more
don't got long to go.
Your kids are more forgiving than mine. Because
yeah?
Yeah, mine already tell me I'm old. Yeah.
I was gonna say mine too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well,
So
and I
you're
feel
lucky.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So what's been the impact of COVID? I mean, obviously we heard some stuff going on when the outbreaks came out. We know that nursing homes and retirement communities in general have been a little bit hard hit. I guess my question to you is are the doors back open? Can people register to come back into those communities if they're so inclined?
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, there was a very little period of time last year that we were closed to admissions.
Okay.
As everybody, COVID just threw a wrench in everything,
Right.
and nobody's ever experienced this before.
Right.
Something like this. So, once March came around last year, we really had to learn just how to do things in a different way.
Right.
I think one of the benefits, one of the things I really enjoy about Diakon is it's not one standalone community. So we have this whole network, and we have a lot of teams that really plan and help us get through things. So when COVID hit, yeah, it was scary. There was a lot of changes, a lot of things like that. But we were able to, I mean, there wasn't a time that we didn't have the correct protective equipment for any of our campuses.
Okay.
We were able to keep our residents as safe as possible.
Right.
There was a lot of procedures, a lot of things that had to change, just like everybody else did.
Right.
But we were still able to bring people in. I mean, things changed in terms of how we needed to do things. But the thing that didn't change is people still needed assisted living. People
Right.
still
Sure.
needed nursing care.
Right.
People still needed help. Seniors
Yeah.
did. So, it just goes back to Diakon. I mean, Diakon's mission statement is we're a faith-based nonprofit. So our mission statement is in response to God's love in Jesus Christ, will demonstrate God's command to love the neighbor through acts of service.
Okay.
So, I mean, when we talk about how we were affected by COVID, I think we took that as we're still going to serve as many people as we can. We had to do it differently, though. You had to, in our skilled nursing, I mean, there was different times where we had to set up different hallways, for people that, might have been exposed or things like that, or people that, had COVID.
Right.
But for the most part, we were able to keep the majority of our residents really safe, keep the families comfortable knowing that the residents were safe and their
Sure.
loved ones were safe. But, it was a challenging year in
Right.
2020.
A learning curve for sure.
Yeah, I think we're seeing right now in Pennsylvania that the majority of the counties that we have communities in are the positivity rates dipping down.
Okay.
So we're really especially in our nursing communities, we're regulated, by the state, and we have to follow CDC guidelines, which we do to a T. But at the same time, just to answer your question, we're still admitting people. People are still safe, and yeah, so the doors are definitely still open.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about the visitation policies? I know a lot of those had
Yeah.
changed or had to been modified. Where are you at with that?
It's different for each campus that we
Okay.
have. So for independent living, so there's three basically different portions of a retirement community. There's independent living, which the best way to describe that is it's like living at your house.
Uh-huh.
It's just that you're around like-minded people, you're around other seniors, there's tons of activities, there's dining services, there's amenities and things like that.
And medical in case something does happen.
Correct. You have access to care if you need it. And then there's personal care or assisted living. In Maryland, it's called assisted living. And that's kind of the next step. So it's typically for people that are semi-independent.
Right.
They can still, typically people are still able to walk around and things like that.
Right.
But they might need help with activities of daily living, like bathing and dressing and things like that, so they need a little bit more care. They're not really safe to stay at home. And then the third portion is the nursing services, most what you would consider a nursing home,
Right.
and that's basically short-term rehabilitation for people that are coming out of a hospital
Right.
that need a short-term rehab stay, or people that need long-term skilled nursing care.
Okay.
Basically that need a nurse to oversee them. A lot of times they're unable to get out of bed. Those kinds of things.
Right.
So in terms of visitation, I mean, independent living, because it's independent, we have some restrictions about people coming into the buildings, but our independent living residents are still able to, if they want to go out, to visit with family, they can.
Right.
Some of the campus are allowing some in-person visits, with our independent living. With personal care or assisted living, we have set up things throughout the different campuses where families are able to visit, depending on if there are any positive cases at the campuses that we have,
Right.
in a kind of a supervised manner. So,
Right.
for example, at like the Lutheran home at Topton, I'll use that as an example here. So we have a really nice room, and they have it set up so that we can bring people from our skilled nursing into the room. The families will schedule a time, and then they will come, and they can meet with their family member for a certain period of time. So they do get to see them. I mean, we have to be careful. We can't let people just walking throughout the building, to keep everybody safe. But we have really thought of some out of the box ways to get people to visit with their families. I mean, it's been hard on people, but we do everything we possibly can.
But you're still getting them that connection that they
as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
I just put some pictures up, so if you're watching at home, you'll see the slideshow scroll through. There's pictures from a couple of different of the campuses that Matt Petrauskas has been talking about. I know Manatawny Manor is on there. Also pictures of some of the staff and some of the residents. So it'll give you a little bit of idea of some of the stuff that's going on there. So I guess in the independent living, it's basically like an apartment. Those people have a little apartment that they take care of on their own. That's where they live.
Yeah, well, not just apartments, but we have, for example, at the Lutheran home at Topton, we call them cottages. So there's about 53 cottages and 100 apartments. Or I'm sorry, about 50 apartments. So there's about 100 between the two, the cottages and the apartments. And the cottages range from 1 bedroom up to 2+ bedrooms. The apartments are anywhere from a studio apartment up to 2 bedrooms. So I wouldn't call them small because there are some apartments that are fairly large.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's independent living. So people come and go as they please. But there's a lot. You get housekeeping service.
Right.
There's a meal plan that's included with it. There's activities, transportation, access to health care, those kinds of things. So it's when people move into independent living, it's more of a, we don't want people to basically stop doing what they're doing, at their home. It's more, typically people move in because they want to get away from the home maintenance.
Right.
They're tired of shoveling 2 feet of snow.
Right.
Just that's probably hits
when
home
do you
right
ever
now.
have to do that?
Yeah, I know. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about all that stuff, the grounds care and stuff. So people tend to be able to focus more on the things they like to do as opposed to things that they have to do around the house.
Right.
Sure.
So I would say too, like one of the, here's how I think we can tie. I'm getting tongue tied. I'm sorry.
That's all
Here's
right.
how I think we can tie this into real estate because, for instance, Jeff and I work with several different people that can help plan somebody's downsize.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have worked with several families, several sellers where this was the case, right?
Yeah.
Mom and dad are getting older. But they don't want to take care of the big family house anymore. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Dad doesn't want to mow the grass anymore. The things of that nature. So they're looking to downsize. I work with people who can help them make decisions about how to downsize. Get them on a schedule so that they clean out those attics and the basements and the garage.
Mm-hmm.
They get rid of stuff that they don't need anymore.
Yep.
They pick the stuff that they want to take with them in their next move, and then help them get rid of the stuff that either has some value and can be sold or needs to be given to the next generation. Those family heirlooms that need to get need to get passed down. And then from there, I work with a couple of different people that handle investments. A lot of times these people have a pretty good amount of equity in their home, and that's what they're using to pay for their next.
The majority of them, yes, absolutely.
They use the sale of their home.
Yep.
So I work with several different investors
Yeah.
And financial advisors to help them manage those funds from the sale. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different ways that we can help you as real estate agents.
Sure.
If you have somebody in your family, or if you are getting ready to downsize, whether it's into a retirement community or you're going to move to your beach house, give us a call at Glocker. We can help you out.
And Diakon might be a good option for him.
It might be.
Yeah.
And it's a local option, you know. So if you want to stay in the area near where you lived and where your friends and family and everything else might be, Diakon might be a good option.
Yes, and it's not just that they have a place in Pottstown, but they have a place in Topton and so on and so on. So it could be a local option for a further
pretty wide,
spread area.
Wide geographic area around Boyertown, Pottstown, the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
So my point is, we as real estate agents can help you if you're planning to downsize. We team up with other local professionals in that field to put together a team for you. We can help build your downsizing team to get you where you need to be.
And that's great. A lot of people need that. You know, I think one of the things that I experience when I talk with people that are looking to move is just what you're saying. They need that help and don't really know where to start.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
It's very, very overwhelming. But I can tell you there is help out there. you know, just like you're saying. And the vast majority of people that have made the move tell me we did it. You know, it was hard. I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't hard, but the other thing I hear is as you age, it doesn't get easier.
Right.
Sure.
You know, as the years go by. So it's not really a reason to wait to do it because there is help out there. But once you do it, it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
And the majority of people say, you know what, we just wish we would have done this sooner. You know, we held off doing it because basically we didn't know how to start. So I agree. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know, you know, I'll just say, I know, you know, I haven't mentioned this to everybody out there on Facebook land, but, you know, I've known Matt and Jeff for quite some time. I can personally vouch for them. And I know that
Thank you, Matt.
they're good people. And, you know, that's, so I definitely think that's a help that's really needed.
You know, I sold a place for some folks over in Gilbertsville, and they were downsizing to a community in South Carolina to be closer to their family. Their kids had moved down south for work, and they were going down there. The whole process from beginning to the day that the moving truck came to move them out was about a year.
Yep.
That's what it took them to get everything set up, get the pieces of the puzzle in place, work with the downsizer. They hired a professional organizer that helped them make these decisions, helped them stay on track.
Sure.
Because even the woman who I was working with, she said, if it wasn't for the professional organizer coming in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I knew she was going to be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock, and I was going to have to get busy. If she wasn't there, I might have just put it off for another day. But it helped them stay on track, and they ultimately got to exactly where they needed to be.
So I think a good point that you made there is some people are able to do this in a relatively short period of time.
Right.
Some people it takes longer.
Yes.
You know, so if this is something that you're thinking about doing down the road, it's never too early to start thinking about it and start, you know, reach out, talk to a realtor, you know, talk to somebody, start that process.
Yeah.
You know, because it's for a lot of people, it is a process that they go through. It's not just something that happens overnight. I mean, we've had people that have run into things and said, we need to move now. And we made it happen in 3-4 weeks.
Right,
you know, it's
right.
very stressful for people. It has happened. It can happen. But for the most part, I think starting early is
But like you and Matt were saying, if you had the right pieces in place,
exactly,
it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Not that there won't be any problems, but it will make it a lot easier.
Yep, and
it won't be so overwhelming.
One of the things that I do, so I do help support the sales staff, but I do still sell within Diakon, particularly at Luther Crest and the Lutheran Home at Topton. And one of my main functions within Diakon is to help people create a plan. So, and I think what we're talking about here is not necessarily just, you know, making a move, but it's creating a plan for what you're going to do in the future. and it's basically getting from point A to point B, and that's what I love about my job is, helping people get from here to here, and honestly, I kind of, if you can picture this, you have point A and point B on your journey from the first time you either talk to a realtor or talk to me or somebody till you get to your final destination. And very rarely does that path go this way.
Right,
It
sure.
usually goes this way and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
way and this way and this way.
It's not always a straight
No,
line.
it's not a straight line. But having
you
a good
get to point B.
you get
and
to
that's the
point
most
B, and there
important
are
thing.
people that can help you navigate that. And so instead of being like this, it might be a little bit of a curve like this, but it's an easier way to get to
For sure.
where you need to be. Yep.
Right on.
Yeah.
Your brother is watching. I think he's
He has an
making
important
a joke.
question, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to know where you got your sweater. Josh, your brother.
Because he wants to buy a couple of them.
Oh.
That's
I could tell by your reaction that's a joke.
Well, no, it might be, but I don't know what
You
the
don't
actual
get it?
joke is. So,
Okay.
no.
I like your
So,
sweater, Matt. I'm putting it
yeah.
out there right
I
now.
told
thank
him,
you.
Listen, this is no joke, right?
Okay.
This is not a joke.
Okay.
I've been going to the Vanity Fair outlet in Reading, to the Wrangler and the Levi outlet.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't beat that, man.
But you're going to be sadly disappointed. You know it closed, right?
No.
I think so.
No, it did. It closed where it was, but they reopened in another location.
Did they?
Because they're rebuilding that whole complex there.
But not as Vanity Fair anymore.
No, it's not as Vanity
Yeah.
Fair. They're going to call it something else, but the Wrangler and the Levi
Are they going to
store,
sell like?
they're still open.
Are they going to sell stuff like?
Oh yeah, I
gonna
was
be-
just there.
Yeah?
I'm telling you, like half the stuff I'm wearing, it's where I got
It's
it
from there.
Dude, I went there I got like 3 pairs of pants, 4 shirts, $100.
Yeah, the
dude.
last I heard they were closing down, and at that point, I guess there was nobody was notified of what it was going to become. But you're saying it's going to still be some
it's
kind of.
it's a big project. It's a redevelopment project. And they're
Okay.
gonna, some parts of it are getting torn down. They're gonna rebuild it. That whole area there is being reconfigured.
Is it still
Nice.
going to
I
be
think
like
I heard
an
about that.
outlet store?
Yeah.
I
or
guess
is
so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have other stuff. Sly Fox moved up there.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh man, so this could be fun.
Yeah, and the like I said, the Levi and the Wrangler store, they moved locations, but they're there.
I mean, that whole West Reading area is
It's
booming.
booming. It's
Booming.
crazy.
Yeah, great
Lots
place.
of urban revitalization.
Yeah.
So
Lots of
It's
Josh,
good to see that.
go head over to the Wrangler outlet.
stuff. You can get Matt's pants.
Yeah.
And just let them know this has always been my sweater.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe you stole it from him. Is that where he's going?
Maybe. He
All
might
right.
think that, but
He might think.
this is mine.
Well, your mom and dad are watching,
Hey, Mom and Dad.
so maybe they can referee this argument later on.
Brotherly love, you know.
Yeah.
it's
never-
no argument.
gotta get
I'm
into it a
older.
little bit.
That's all there
It
is.
probably was Josh's, and Matt took it, and now he's
But maybe
the big
Josh
brother.
doesn't fit in it anymore.
Maybe.
Hey, listen, if you are tuning in, if you're watching, send us a message. We do monitor the comments. The more comments that you make, the more people see the show. Also, remember to like and share the show with your friends. Don't forget that we're also on YouTube. Glocker Realty and Insurance on YouTube. Jump over there when you get a chance. Hit the subscribe button. We also have a lot of good real estate videos of some of the houses that we're selling. You can see some of the great techniques and technology that we're using to sell homes. I think we're doing a lot of stuff with aerial photography, 3D imaging, things of that nature. You might not see other real estate agencies using some of this new technology, but we are here
And
at Glocker
we are.
Realty and Insurance.
And I'm not just saying this because I work for Glocker,
Nah.
but it's top-notch stuff. I mean, it's top-notch pictures and video and
The
aerial
list-
photography. It's
I've
top-notch.
seen a number of them on
Yeah.
Facebook, and they are pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The one that I like the most is the 3D virtual tour.
it's really cool.
Because it turns the house into a totally interactive.
You can walk right
virtual
through the
tour.
house without
You can
stepping
walk
foot into
through-
it.
Yeah, you can literally walk through the entire house. Sometimes down in the basement, you can look from the outside. That's even if you're not buying a house.
Yeah, you can just go walk
It's
through
kind
it.
of fun technology to play around with.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Your kids are saying hello, Mason, Andrew, Dylan.
Daddy's
Say
on
hi.
TV.
Hello, Mason, Andrew, and Dylan, and hello there, Bridget.
TV. Chopper. Chopper's tuning in.
Hey, Choppa.
Thanks for tuning in, Chopper.
Absolutely.
What's on at State Theater? Chopper, give us the playlist. What do you have up?
I know what it is, but I'll let Chopper answer.
Let Chopper answer that. Keep up. So, where are we at?
I don't know. What time is it right now?
We're at about 6:25.
6:25?
I think it's time for Ask the Realtor.
Let's do Ask the Realtor. Let's do that.
And
we'll come back to Matt.
Realtor. It's actually
Realtor.
Realtor. We say it the right way. It's like water.
Yeah.
We say it the right way.
Whatever we say, it's the right way.
It's the right way.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask a realtor.
Okay, so we got some questions. And the question that we chose today is from Samantha Hoyt. She asked, what is the best loan for a first-time home buyer? That's a good question. There's a lot of first-time home buyers out there, and there's a lot of loans.
That's right.
And Matt and I were talking a little bit earlier. I'm going to pass it over to Matt. He has some good answers for you, some good options.
Yeah, so here's what's going on. Here's what's going down.
Here's what's going down in Glocker.
First, I would say this, and Jeff agrees, because we talked a lot about this off air, and I'm actually having a problem right now with one of the sales that I'm involved in, because there was a decision made to use a lender from out of state.
Yeah.
It sometimes causes problems because the rules and regulations aren't uniform across the United States.
Nope, it's state per state.
It's state by state.
Mm-hmm.
So my first recommendation for any buyer, choose a local lender. Choose a local lender.
It's going to look better to the seller also, because they don't want to have to deal – the agent's not going to want to have to deal with an out-of-state lender that doesn't know what they're talking about or doing or –
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll even break it down to this, because this is one of the problems that we're having right now on our deal. The lender's in Oregon, so they're on Pacific time.
Oh,
we're on Eastern time.
Yeah.
So when it's 5 o'clock here, it's 3 o'clock out there, 2 o'clock out there.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of our business day, and they're still working.
Right.
So the time's off. It's throwing off the time schedules because the lender's on the opposite side of the country.
And just to not have to get into details, that's probably the smallest problem you're having.
That is the smallest problem I'm having. So, one, go with a local lender.
Yes.
Now, we're going to get that straightened out, because that's what we do here at Glocker.
Absolutely.
We get it straightened out. But number one, choose a local lender.
Yeah.
And then I work with 2 local lenders, and you work
with them as well.
Meridian Bank as well, right?
Yep.
Meridian Bank has a program called Home Ready, which is specifically designed for first-time home buyers. It has some income limits. There's some economic qualifications.
Right.
But, for instance, if you're going to buy a house in Pottstown, those economic requirements are waived, because Pottstown's in a revitalization district.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
And there are other communities where that's the same.
Mm-hmm.
But you should check. Meridian Bank, Home Ready, 97% financing. That means you only have to put 3% of your own money down on the house. You can finance the rest.
Right.
That's a first-time home buyer program through Meridian Bank. I like Meridian Bank, too, for first-time home buyers, because they are authorized through First Front Door. Front Door is a grant program for first-time home buyers. You can get up to $5,000 grant. That means you don't have to pay it back.
Right.
You can get up to $5,000 through First Front Door to help you pay with your closing costs. You have to go through an approved lender. Meridian is an approved lender.
Right.
The next bank that I work with, in fact, I'm doing a deal with them right now with this program, Tompkins Vist Bank. That's a local bank.
Yep.
Berks County Bank.
Right. Boyertown Bank.
Yep, they have a branch here in Boyertown.
Mm-hmm.
They have a branch in Pottstown. Tompkins Vist, they have a program called Community One. That's a conventional program, 98% financing. 98% financing. That means you only have to put 2% of your money down on that. And it's a conventional program, So it looks attractive to the sellers because there's less restrictions on a conventional program than there are on some of the next programs that I'm going to talk about. A couple other options for first-time home buyers would be FHA, PHFA.
Now, FHA, just to clarify, isn't only for first-time home buyers.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That is not. FHA loans, anybody can use them.
Yes.
A lot of first-time home buyers choose them because the eligibility requirements are, I wouldn't say easier, but
Right.
they're designed for your average Joe,
Sure.
so to speak. USDA,
USDA is great, 100% financing.
100% financing. And then also you have the VA. So if you or your spouse or the person that you're going to be buying a home with is a veteran, you can use your veterans points in order to qualify for a VA loan.
Sure.
I think all of those loans
They're great options.
are all great options. But I would say the two programs locally that I know about,
And that are specific to first-time home buyers.
Meridian Bank Home Ready, Tompkins Vist Community 1. If you want to learn more about them or get plugged in, give us a call here at Glocker Realty. We'll get you hooked up with some really good loan officers that'll explain your options for you. What I would not do is go with somebody who's just going to pigeonhole you into some program.
Right. Yeah.
You want to sit down with somebody that's going to listen to what you have to say, what your needs are, what your investment strategies are, and give you some recommendations for a program that fits you.
Right.
Be
And talk to somebody.
Talk to
them
somebody.
and see how you feel. If you feel comfortable with them.
Right.
Yeah, it's all important because you're going to be working with them through the thick and thin.
And you're going to
Through
be
the
in
whole
that
deal.
mortgage for 30 years.
Yeah, so you might as well
Long
get the
time.
best you can get, right?
Get somebody to explain it to you.
Right.
Use a local lender. I just gave you two examples of local lenders that have great programs.
Yes.
So that's Samantha Hoyt.
Yes, Samantha Hoyt. We appreciate the question. It was a great question. And what happens now, Matt?
Because she asked a realtor, she wins a $10 gift card to Wawa.
For
just for
asking a question that she wanted to know an answer to anyway. Look at that.
Look for the Ask a Realtor post on Tuesday mornings. Tuesday mornings, Jen Seville posts that up. You can find that link at Glocker Realty Insurance. All you have to do is ask a question. You're automatically entered for a $10 gift certificate to Wawa.
That's awesome.
All the questions are answered.
Yes.
The question that we answer on air gets you $10.
Right. So the least that could happen is you get your question answered.
Right.
Yeah.
By a professional.
By a professional, right?
Not your drunk uncle. You'll never afford a house, kid.
I'm sure your drunk uncle will have something to say about it, though. There's guarantee.
But probably not as sound of advice,
Like,
right?
Probably
not.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this, man? I'm going to take that down.
Okay.
I know that you have stuff going on, right?
I don't
What's-
have anything. Well, I
Jeff,
have lots of stuff going
What's
on. But
going down in Boyertown?
Boyertown has lots of stuff going on. And
Lay
Matt,
it
I
on
want
us.
you to jump in at any time. If you have
Sure.
something to say it. All right? Don't be
You've got-
shy.
He's got something to add.
Yeah? What do you
He's
mean?
got an event.
Does he?
We do have a couple events coming up.
All
Aren't
right,
you-
Well, let's start off by his events. He's the
Did
guest,
you just
right?
say you're playing guitar at
Oh.
Rivercrest?
Oh well, that yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, we're doing. There's a Valentines dinner going on Friday night at Luthercrest in Allentown.
Okay.
Yeah, for our residents there, and we
Okay.
actually did. It was pretty cool. What they did was, because there's restrictions about how many people can gather indoors now, we had to cut it down to a certain amount of people. So we actually did a raffle
Okay.
where people had to. We have. So I don't mean to get off the subject here a little bit, but just
this is your
so
time.
I promise I'll get right back to it about that. But so we have a benevolent care fund
Okay.
within Diakon. It's basically people. We have a whole team that basically raises money for different things, and the benevolent care is basically a fund that goes to help seniors that basically deplete all their resources. So people
Okay.
that are living at the communities that run out of money.
Right.
One of the best things I can say about Diakon is that once people move in, they become family, and we would pretty much never ask them to leave if they ran out of money.
Yeah.
And there's a couple different things for that. I won't not get into that now because I know we want to get on to what's going on in Boyertown. But so people had to buy tickets, which went to that fund, and then we did a drawing, and they get to come to a nice dinner, And then me and another one of our gentlemen from Activities, Eric, are going to be playing some oldie songs over dinner, and yeah, it'll be
That's a
pretty
great
neat.
event.
So. Yeah, so it'll
We
be
can't go though.
pretty cool. Yeah, sorry, you're not. You have to be at least 55.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
yeah.
not there yet.
Not
Yeah.
yet. So, do you have any public events going on at Diakon?
Oh, we do. Yeah. So I thought that's what you were getting at. So,
Okay.
but sorry. We just have a couple coming up. So everything that we're doing right now is pretty much virtual. But we like to educate the community on things,
Right.
just like you're doing, educating the community on what's going on in Boyertown and things like that. So we know there are a lot of people struggling at home right now. A lot of seniors that basically just COVID's made them isolated or whatever, really struggling at home, and families might not have an idea of what to do. So we're having two virtual events coming up. One's at Manatawny Manor, one's at the Lutheran Home at Topton, both virtual. So you just have to go on our websites and you have to register for them. They're going to be through Zoom. It's basically going to be care options. We're going to talk about home care, home health options, personal care, respite stays, and things like that. So the first one is at Manatawny Manor. It's at 2 o'clock on the 18th, which is next week. And then we have one at the Lutheran Home at Topton, which is 11 o'clock in the morning on February 24th.
Okay.
So, yep.
Very good.
Thank
Good
you.
deal.
Hey Matt, I had a quick question for you.
Sure.
Just in case we don't come back to it. How are the vaccinations going at Diakon?
Vaccinations are going really well. We were dictated by with the state, basically, in terms of how much they give to us. But we've, across the boards at Diakon, we've pretty much gotten the ones that wanted it. For the majority of our skilled nursing residents, the majority of our personal care and assisted living residents, also the majority of the staff that wanted to get it. So we didn't mandate that anybody had to get it.
Right.
But we had a lot of staff that, wanted to do it because it's going to help
Sure, why
the people
not?
that we serve.
Yeah.
And we're working right now on our independent living. There's been some of them that have gotten it. We've had other resources too that, even though we weren't able in the beginning to get some of the vaccine for our independent living residents, there were other resources in the area we were able to work with to get
Okay.
it. But we are working across the boards now at some of the campuses to get everybody vaccinated. So
Okay.
we have a lot of people so far vaccinated.
That's
and
good. That's good to hear that things seem to be going smoothly, at least for the
Yep.
senior homes.
Yep, I was one of them, so
All
I can
right.
say I did get through the two shots, and yep, I'm still here. So.
Yep, you're looking good, Matt. You're looking
Thanks.
good. All right, so what's going down in Boyertown?
Lay it on us.
Yeah, so that's my blog, weekly blog, on jeffknowsboyertown.com. This week we're talking about love. Why? And were we talking about love?
I have no idea.
You really don't know?
No.
Because I'm here.
It's Valentine's Day. Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day this Sunday. Don't forget, men, because the women won't forget. The men might.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, or
Absolutely
you don't want to give it away.
No, nothing. Really? Just gonna.
But you just said men don't forget. And
Oh,
you
okay.
You don't have something that you're going to do?
We have decided, my
Uh-huh.
wife and I and children have decided that we're just going to have a nice day together.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
It's good enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a pizza for my girlfriend.
That's
That's what
sweet.
she
Awesome.
wants. So
Yeah.
I'm going to make one. I
That's
got all
awesome.
the stuff. I'm going to make a homemade pizza.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to make the crust from scratch?
No, I can't. I'm not good. I
No.
tried that before, and it didn't come out good.
Swinging the pizza around. And
I'm getting better at throwing the dough.
Can you do that?
I am. I've been practicing a little bit. I'm not great, but I'm getting better. I went and just got dough from Aldi's. They
Uh-huh.
were like 99 cents a
Yeah.
piece, the frozen thing. You just thaw it out and you roll it out or throw it if you know how to
Nice.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Put your toppings.
That's one of our pastimes at the beach. We watch a guy throwing the pizzas. I mean, it's,
Oh, yes.
it's
You
amazing
can
to
watch-
watch.
Dude, I had a roommate in college that was unbelievable at that.
Yeah.
He worked at a pizza shop. He was
Wow.
really good at it.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a talent. Just like anything else. So we're talking about love. It's Valentine's weekend coming up. Sunday is Valentine's Day, and And so the blog's about, whether you have someone special or not to share it with, you still can celebrate the holiday, And so I have 99 ways to show that you love somebody.
I got 99,
okay?
bro.
And we're not even going there.
We're not going. Not on Valentine's.
No, not on Valentine's. So we got 99 ways to show your love to someone, and I didn't come up with them.
Right.
I looked through their internet, but I grabbed and chose what I thought was good. I guess I don't know. But what I found interesting was a whole bunch. Well, some of these that you could share or show your love without being a significant other, or you could just be everyday life, just walking around life, and you could do these things, such as listen.
Just
everybody
listen.
appreciates that, right? Smile, encourage, participate, compliment, thank, support, laugh together, hug, make an effort, apologize, forgive, respect, be interested, give them your last. You know what that means? Like anything. Like you're eating.
It's your best.
You're eating a pizza and you give them your last slice.
Piece. Yeah. Your best effort.
Accept them and be a friend. I mean, these are all things that you could do every day of life with everyone around you.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's what the blog's about. But we also have, of course, events in and around Boyertown. So the first one I'm going to bring up, because we have this awesome train in Boyertown. I have Get on the Love Train.
People all over the world.
There you go.
Join hands. Make a love train. Love train.
There you go. That's what I was hoping for. Thank you, Matt.
We're unfortunately not singing that song on Friday night at the Valentines.
No, you're
dinner.
not.
No.
Yeah.
You might want to add it to your
know,
Yeah,
maybe.
you might want to funk it up a little bit there.
So the Colebrookdale Railroad is having a couple romantic excursions. The one they're having a mimosa brunch.
Okay.
That's Saturday and Sunday at noon, where they give you a nice garden salad with strawberries and blueberries, followed by some sausage quiche or spinach quiche, and then complemented with a mimosa, of course. And they have other beverages as well.
Sure.
But that all comes with the train ride. So that's a nice way to spend the
That is.
Valentine's.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They also have Romance on the Rails, which is just the same thing, but it's in the evening.
Okay.
And they have different options.
it's like
You're
a
still going to have
dinner
your
train.
salad, but you're going to have chicken marsala, or you can choose twice baked potato or tortellini. And they're offering drinks, of course, and everything else.
Colebrookdale Railroad.
Colebrookdale Railroad, yeah.
Check it out.
That's a good way to spend the holiday.
We talk about them every show.
Pretty much every show, yeah.
Every show.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going there.
Do you know why? Because the train is awesome in Boyertown.
I'm not saying it's
It
not.
is.
Yeah. Have you ever been on the train?
I have been on the train.
You like
It's
it?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going there.
It's very cool.
We're going there, right? We're taking
Yeah,
the
we
cast
are.
at
We
Glocker
are taking
to
the cast at Glocker to the Colebrook. We're going to try to do it on the train. I don't know how that's going to work out, but that's what we're trying to do.
We'll have to get them. We'll have to get them to let us go on a test run.
Maybe
So
a
I could-
couple test runs.
So I can see if my hotspot has a signal the whole
Yes,
time.
I think we're going to have to do that. That's the only way to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or unless if we just stay on one of the trains in the station, should have a Wi-Fi or cell phone signal strong
Yeah.
enough to do it.
I think they wanted to take us on a ride, but I'm not sure. That'd be neat.
We'll have to get that clarified.
Yeah, we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet with them before.
in the
and-
works.
Yeah, it's
under
definitely
under construction.
It is, and that's gonna be a great time. So look for that in the future at the Cast of Glocker. Also, Building a Better Boyertown is doing something the whole month of February that you could take advantage of for this Valentine's, and it's Eat Local, Win Big. So all you have to do is eat at any participating Boyertown restaurants, and I'll give you a quick list of those. and you take your receipt. You can eat there or you can take out. It doesn't. You don't have to eat
Oh,
in.
nice.
Eat in, take out, but even buy a gift certificate.
Okay.
And you get that receipt. You put
Yeah.
your name on it. You email it to Building a Better Boyertown, and you could win a $20 gift certificate for all 14 restaurants.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
That's awesome.
That's a great win.
That's a great idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So that's all for the month of February. But hey, this Saturday and Sunday, take advantage of that.
Are
Yeah.
any of our friends on that list?
Absolutely. Grind Restaurant is number one. The Other Farm Brewery, which we will be broadcasting from in the near future, also on there. Carmelo's Pizza, Firefly Cafe, Jukebox Cafe, Izzy's on Third, Barrel and Ale, The Grill Shop, Brakeman's Cafe, Durango's, Gramia's we had on.
I was there for lunch today.
Did you have that?
No, I didn't
baked?
get any baked oatmeal.
Oh, okay.
I got a chicken salad hoagie and some French fries.
Good
It was
stuff?
good.
Yeah.
Yep. No complaints.
Seville's Diner, which is right next door here, a Washington Grill and Pub, and CD's Place. CD's Place is really good. You ever see?
Which one is
like
that?
It's like the little. I think it might have been a cup at some point. or
Yeah, down
maybe it
near
still
where
is.
the YMCA, down at the bottom of the hill, right before you get to the under the bridge.
Oh, yes.
left-hand
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah. On the
Little
left-hand
place.
side if you're heading up.
You have to go in just because it's a little round place, and it's actually all dressed up inside as like rockabilly style. Like,
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
All
It's
right.
cool little place to
CD's
stop.
Place.
Yeah.
I never knew what that was. I never knew what that was
Yeah,
called.
they do catering and everything.
Do
there.
they?
Yep. Yeah.
So support local.
Support local. Yeah, and win big.
Win big.
Yeah. Also, here at Glocker, this is your last chance for the Valentine's giveaway. You only got a couple of days left until Friday.
Yep.
All you have to do is go to Glocker Realty. You like Glocker Realty Insurance. You like the Valentine's giveaway post, and then you post a picture of something or someone you love. And that's all you have to do, and that will enter you for a $50 gift card to the Grind Restaurant, which we just talked about, and also candy from the Peppermint Stick Candy Store. So you could have your whole Valentine's weekend
Covered.
paid for. Yeah. You got candy from the Peppermint Stick Candy Store, and then you go out to dinner at the Grind.
We had to grind. We're still working on getting the Peppermint Stick Candy Store on. Their schedule is kind of busy, and we're working to get them on. Now, I believe that if you do both of those things, if you like the post and comment, that gives you 2 entries.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure that's how they have them set up.
Okay.
So make sure you do both of those
Yeah,
things.
do all those things, and then you're covered.
You're covered.
Right.
$50 grind gift certificate.
Yeah.
And then candy from Pepper Stick. Yeah, you're right, dude.
You're covered.
That covers your whole deal.
Yeah.
The
So
winner's going to be chosen on February 12th.
that's this Friday.
And again, that's supporting local businesses right here in your community.
Yep.
Win, win, win.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get it done.
So a couple other noteworthy events. Our friends at Ridgewood Winery and Daffodil Hill Farm in Bechtelsville.
Yeah, daffodil.
Daffodil. What did I say? Daffodil?
I don't know. Something.
Something
Daffodil.
dumb other
I just
language.
wanted to say it the right way.
They are doing a Valentine cookie decorating there.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little event where
Oh, like a little
and
event.
you know you're going to be drinking wine while you're doing that.
So you have your cookie, you have
Yep.
your wine.
Yep, you're good to go.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, and then you can bring some home. And yeah.
They're getting creative with the stuff that they're doing. I
They
mean, I
are.
was
They
really
have some other
impressed.
events coming up
She's
that
got
are
a lot
pretty
of good
darn creative.
ideas. They've got a lot of good ideas to keep you occupied. Over
There's
there.
like I wish I could remember it. She sent me a text. But they're doing some kind of adult Easter egg hunt. That's the only thing I can say that I'm
Right.
not sure.
Well, go to their Facebook page and
exactly.
find out. I'm sure there's something on there.
Yeah, so yeah, they come up with some great ideas. So that's 1:00 on Saturday. This Saturday, you can decorate some cookies and drink some wine.
Yep.
That's
Here's
the-
the update from Chopper.
Okay,
Chopper's saying that Friday starts the Little Things over at the State Theater, and then the Crudes tonight and tomorrow.
right.
So Friday, the Little Things, tonight and tomorrow, the Crudes. So you could do that with your
You could,
sweetheart.
if you
Take
take-
your sweetie to the movies.
Now, It's not a romantic movie,
No,
but hey,
it's a movie nonetheless.
not all sweeties want a romantic movie.
It doesn't have
My
to be a romantic
sweetie
movie.
would not want to look at a romantic movie.
Well, then maybe
Like
you should.
she'd want a battle scene with Vikings.
I don't
and
think there's
stuff.
about this is more the Little Things is more a suspense thriller. I'd give it.
Okay.
It's got Denzel Washington in it, Rami Malek. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's a dude who played in Queen, the Queen movie. Played
Oh, he played Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if you ever did you see that movie?
No, I did
Oh,
not.
It's amazing.
I know. My
He's
son
really
saw
good,
it.
too.
My sister saw it, and they all said it was great. My dad went. I didn't see it. I should, because I do like I like Queen's music.
Yeah, I liked Queen's music. There's some songs, of course, that you gotta love, but
Right.
I liked them. But the movie was so good. No matter how much you like Queen, the movie is just incredible.
Gotcha.
Agreed, Matt?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my!
I was just gonna say you've told me about it, and I haven't seen it yet.
And Jared Leto's also in it. He plays the crazy guy, I think, in the movie.
Chopper's also given us an update saying that CDs isn't open. They're only open for catering. That's what
Oh,
he's.
okay.
That's
But
what
they're
Chopper's.
part of the.
They are part of the
Yeah.
thing now.
So I guess you have to get catering from them.
I guess so.
They're not doing takeout.
Don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you
Chopper.
should jump over
Chopper.
to their
Are they
Facebook
doing
page
takeout?
or their website and find out what they're
Yeah,
doing. I'm
that's
sure
true.
it's on social media
That's true.
someplace. Here's another update
There's-
too from the people watching at home.
Okay.
Bridget Petrauskas. I think you know who that is.
Maybe.
Maybe. Bridget is saying that the Boyertown Junior Women's Club is hosting a basket raffle at the Boyertown Library March 19th and 20th. Tickets are $25 and they are available at the library. Proceeds benefit the Boyertown Library. Bridget Petrauskas is the chair of the raffle.
And I will be entering a basket into that. Just this coming week, I will be. And I was actually going to bring it up next week. So
Okay.
we will bring it up again next
we'll,
week, too.
we'll bring it up again.
Yep. I'll give complete details. But she pretty much said it in a nutshell there.
Yeah, there's lots of good baskets. I know she's been posting some of them on Facebook, and
Yeah.
there's always lots of great baskets.
I mean, how
and
many
it goes
baskets
to a
did she had last year? It was an incredible number.
I
think.
forget the amount.
Like
Yeah, it was over
something?
that. Yeah,
120 maybe or something.
it was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets a
Yeah.
lot of great baskets. My wife has a ton of fun with them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be your wife neither. I mean, there's lots of baskets I would
Oh my
like in
gosh,
it.
yeah. And it was actually they kept it going last year, even though they weren't able to do it in person.
Yeah.
It was all online. But luckily, the library's helping them out this year, and they're helping the library out and able to have it in person again. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So it's
there is
great.
an interesting setup they're doing. Like you have a time slot to go look
You
at
have
the
to
baskets.
Yeah, you have to schedule a time. There's
Yeah.
like a sign up Genius that you have to go on to, and then you schedule a time, and I forget how long it is, but you have a certain amount of time that you get to go in there, look at the baskets, drop your tickets in
Which,
over a 2-day time frame.
Not only are they being safe, but it's probably better that way. You got more time
Yeah.
to
To
kind of
really
really
see
look
what
at
you
it.
want.
Yeah. Maybe you
Bridget's
can even
saying
shake the baskets.
Bridget's saying 130 baskets.
Wow, that's awesome.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And you're putting a basket
So
in.
131 baskets.
Right on.
Yeah,
We're working on doing a show at the library, too.
we are. Yeah.
We got a couple of things we're working through. We're
Mhm.
going to bring you some shows from
Yeah.
a lot of these places that we're talking about are hosting the Cast at Glocker. So remember, if you want to come on the show, just ask us, right,
That's it.
Matt?
Yeah.
Matt was like, hey,
Matt
I wanna-
asked. That's
I want to come on the show. Okay.
Yep. That's how it
But
works.
we are going to be either bringing the show to a bunch of different places. We're going to be going on the road to a
Yep.
bunch of different places. And then we're going to be bringing other people in. So stay tuned to the Cast at Glocker every Wednesday at 6.
Next week we have a musician coming in.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Are you, is it still going to be a surprise? Are you ready
I
to
think
say who
we
it
can
is?
drop it. I just don't know if it's the full duo or not.
Okay.
But
We're going to have at least one member of
Avuja Day.
Avuja.
Yeah, at least
Awesome.
one member come in. And if there's two members, we're definitely getting a song.
Cool.
Maybe even with just one member.
All right.
Because
You're going to work.
Yeah.
You're working on that.
we're
one.
going to see.
All right.
But they're definitely coming in. We're at least one member of Avuja Day will be in next week.
Gotcha. Bridget is saying that 130 baskets was last year's amount.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, listen,
Then we're
get
beating that
involved
number.
and
Yeah.
get your basket in there. If you own a business or you're part of an organization in Pottstown, or excuse me, in Pottstown too, or Boyertown, hook up with Bridget Petrauskas and get your basket into the raffle.
Absolutely. The last thing I have, another notable event. Speaking of Pottstown, it was a slip, but I think you were thinking about what I was about to say.
All right.
The Uptown Band and Valentine's dinner dance is happening at the Sunnybrook Ballroom, which I
Okay.
think you brought up earlier today. Someone did.
My client, I have a buyer client
Okay.
that I'm working with right now who is the events coordinator at Sunnybrook Ballroom.
It was an off-camera conversation. That we
Yeah,
had,
it was. Shout out to my friend Brittany Prince.
Yeah. All right, Brittany. You're doing a good job here because you got the Uptown Band playing. The ticket price includes champagne greeting, 4-course dinner, wine, house beer, and the entertainment. I
Wow.
mean, you can't beat that. I don't know what the price is.
And when is that? Is that this
It's
weekend?
This Saturday,
Saturday.
5 to 10.
Now, which day is the actual Valentine's
Sunday.
Day? I'm confused.
Sunday.
Sunday is.
Yeah.
All right.
I think people are trying to just do the celebration part on Saturday because it's Saturday. You don't have to go to work the next day and stuff like that.
I think I'm making my pizza on Saturday.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, the day can be any day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mushroom and pepperoni.
What are you doing, Matt? I'm going to put you in the spotlight now.
We're having a seafood feast.
Are you?
We are.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yep. I know people usually do it on New Year's Eve, but we decided we're gonna have a seafood feast, just similar to you.
Yeah.
You know, something good with the kids, and yeah.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
the seafood
I've
feast.
done that before on Valentine's Day because sometimes you can get like 1 year I got crab legs. Another year, lobster tails were on sale for Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
Did a little surf and turf action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fun thing to do.
It is. I haven't had. Yeah, we get some Alaskan king crab legs.
Yes.
And, yeah.
See, this is probably.
I'm ready for it now. I'm talking about it.
So, that's what's going down in Boyertown.
Check out
Well,
the blog.
there's plenty more.
There's tons
There's
of
so
stuff.
much more. I can't cover it all in one show. I mean, we'd be here all day, right?
You're just highlighting the highlights.
I'm highlighting the highlights. That's right, Matt.
Go to the blog spot, jeffknowsboyertown.com, right?
Correct.
And then on jeffknowsboyertown.com, you will find what's going down in
Boyertown.
Boyertown, which is the events list.
Yes.
Chopper is updating us too, and he's saying that CDs is doing catering only. So you can still participate. Just order some catering from them.
Bring it out to your
You
house.
get
for Valentine's.
$20 gift certificate to cater a little party or something
Yeah.
at your house. Do it up, man.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm just going to go back real quick and see if anybody else had any other comments. Just want to remind everybody, keep the comments coming. The more comments we get on the show, the more people watch the show, see the show. It helps us spread the message.
I always say in my post, join the conversation because we truly want everybody to join in on the conversation, ask questions, talk about Matt's sweater, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll tackle it all.
We'll tackle it all.
Tackle
for
it
sure.
all. It does help us. It does help us get the message out to the
But
community.
we enjoy talking to
We do.
to
We
everybody,
enjoy
so.
talking to people. And COVID, just like everything else, has affected the real estate business. I know in years past, I did a lot of meet and greeting out in the community, different community events, and that's how I networked. All of that's, not all of it, but a vast majority of that stuff has been shut down.
Right.
So now we're trying to do that virtually by bringing a little bit of business networking into your living room or onto your device.
Yep.
Help us.
And it's fun for us. We're enjoying it. And
I'm having a good
hopefully
time.
everybody's having a great time.
I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot. I never thought that I would become a live streamer, but here I am, right? And it is fun. The show does work best with participation. So
Absolutely.
just keep that in mind. Like, share, go over to YouTube, subscribe, help us spread the word, help
Yep.
us support local.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better than myself, Matt.
That's all I got. Tomorrow, Thursday, Porchcast Pottstown.
Porchcast Pottstown.
Porchcast Pottstown's going to be back on the air. You can find us on YouTube, and you can find us on Facebook at Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. On YouTube, just search for Porchcast.
And you're talking
Pottstown.
all things Pottstown, I assume.
We are. I wanted to try to announce who our guest is going to be, but I'm having a little bit of a communication breakdown with our guest.
Okay.
So we're either going to be on site at a Pottstown business, or it's just going to be Amy and I flapping our gums about what we know about
But don't say just.
No, we know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, we can keep the show going.
You can easily keep the show
No
going.
doubt. No doubt. We'll have plenty
I
of
believe
stuff
there's
to
been
talk
times
about.
I heard you go well over an hour.
Yeah, we've had a couple of shows that
Which
gone
was
up to the hour
extremely
and 45
entertaining.
Hour and 45-minute
Yeah.
mark. So that's it. Tune in tomorrow for Porchcast Pottstown. We are the Cast at Glocker every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Around 6 o'clock.
Around 6 o'clock. But we were right on
You
today.
got on
We
right
got
at
it.
6 o'clock.
6
tonight.
o'clock.
We were on it today.
New
We brought it
year,
to you.
new whatever.
Pumping forward, man. I'm learning more and more every day.
Before we say our final goodbyes, Matt, is there anything we missed that you wanted to say or mention or shout outs or anything like that?
Well, I appreciate you having me on tonight. I really do.
We appreciate you coming on, Matt.
Yeah, for those that want to check out more about Diakon, learn a little bit more about us, we have a great history. I mean, just there's so much we could talk about. Just go on to diakon.org. It's diakon.org. You can look, like I said, the two local campuses that are here are Manatawny Manor and Pottstown, Lutheran Home at Topton, and we also have Luther Crest in Allentown. There are three that are closest. It's just really, really close. I love what the two of you are doing here because, I mean, you're bringing the community into it. And it's just, when I think about our communities, we have such a tie into the local communities. I mean, for example, Manatawny Manor, we were talking about this just before, that, Manatawny Manor opened in 1974. And they're actually, I don't think I mentioned this to you, but one of the really neat things about that community is the longevity of the staff. They have many staff members that have been there for over 20 years. Their longest staff member has been there for 46 years.
Wow.
If you think about that, that's 1 or 2 years after they opened.
Yeah,
so pretty close to that. Topton, the Lutheran Home at Topton's the same way. And the thing I just want to reiterate is, check out the campuses. Check out those virtual events if you know anybody that needs help or just looking for some direction. If you have any questions about Diakon, just check out our website. You can get our contact information that's on there. But lots of great things going on, and it's never too early to start planning.
Start your plan.
Yeah, exactly, and that's
sure
what I'm there to
put
help you with.
We'll put a link up to Diakon, right? Too.
Yeah. So
on the post.
Tomorrow when Jen comes in, she's going to update the comments and she'll update the show description, and we'll make sure that there's links there. The Diakon Senior Living Services logo's been up on the screen the whole time.
Okay.
So just search Diakon on your search engine. It's going to come up.
Very good.
Yeah, but no, thank you. Again, just thank you very much. And, I think the real estate side of it is an important part of what we do,
Yeah.
because people are selling their homes when they're moving into it. So I think this all does tie in together. So,
Right.
Yep. And like I said, we can help you. We can 100% help you put your downsizing plan into place.
Absolutely. Yep.
100%.
All right. So this is the Cast at Glocker.
This is the Cast at Glocker. I'm Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate.
I'm Jeff Frederick at Glocker Real Estate.
Matt Petrauskas, Diakon Senior Living Services, has been our guest today and participant on the Cast at Glocker. Catch us every Wednesday at 6 o'clock on Glocker Realty and Insurance on Facebook, Glocker Realty and Insurance on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you then.
See you later.
bye-bye.